So this is my messy shrimp room. My husband did an amazing job in here for me. Two 10 gallons, the 20 long, and then he built this shelf for me, my bench. So there's the 5 gallon, the Fluval 6.6, a 10 gallon, a 10 gallon, the 20 tall. There is a 29 gallon down underneath there that I haven't set up yet. I kind of ran out of room. 10 gallon, the 1 gallon jar, another 10 gallon, and then the 2 gallon cube. I do have shop lights and blinds we still need to set up. We just haven't had the time to do it yet. I have all kinds of crap stored underneath there. Yellow's tank. I had a couple of the yellow goldenbacks in here, and then I had gotten some what they were calling lime greens, and when they had babies, the babies turned out much greener than the adults did. They were just a real pale, nice yellow color with a, I can't see it, that is a shrimp right there. Most of the greens I've taken out and put into another tank. They're in with my Aura blues. But we still, so I'm trying to keep most of the yellows in here that I can. This is a dirted tank, so the tannins are pretty high in here. It makes everything look a little orangey brownish kind of tan color. But yeah, so little yellow ones in here. I got a couple buried females in here. Blue cobalt tank. This is another dirted tank. I'm trying to keep the blue neos in here that have the least of the black markings in them. I want them to just be a nice solid just blue without any black markings. So there's maybe like 5 or 6 of them in here. I have a couple in the blue dream tank that I'll move over. One of them's buried, so as soon as she has her babies, we'll move over here. Where is it? There's one. Most of them in here are still pretty little, either juvies or subadult size. I know there's one hiding over here in the moss, but with the glare I don't think you can see. I do have the purple waffles in here, the plant. I have them in my blue velvet tank too. I know that they're not a truly aquatic plant, but I got them from Petco, and everybody knows Petco is famous for selling plants that aren't exactly fully aquatic plants, but they're doing alright. We've got some new leaves coming out of them. The roots have not rotted away. On the top, I don't think you can see from here, but there are baby leaves coming out of there. So if it starts to die, we'll take them out, but for now, they do okay. I saw one move. There's one. A little dark blue one. So yeah, I do want to have just all completely, just solid, nice, deep dark blues without any of the black markings in this tank. Hang on breeder box. In the 20 long, I've just got a couple few little black ones. There's no external light on this, so they're a little harder to see, but that one's buried. She's more of a chocolate color. I do have one carbon really in here. That's the male. And there is a third. Where is the third? Oh, hiding back here in the corner. You can't see it because of the dark gravel. But yeah, there's one more shrimp back there. So that is hanging on my 20 long. The 20 long is my orange Rillies. Right now I'm currently without a male. I've got 6 or 7 females in here. One of them was buried when I got her, and she's had her babies in here, but I don't have a male yet. We gotta order a couple more shrimp and get me another little boy. So there's an orange one back there on the moss. This tank is not dirted, it's just got the Eco Complete gravel in it. This one has a matin filter The 10-gallon with the yellows has a Matten filter as well. Everything else is running sponge filters. Tank is just a little 5.5 gallon, and all my red shrimp are in here. We've got Sakuras and painted fire reds. So that one up there has got a really nice bright back line. That one's a nice deep dark bright red. There are a few random babies in here from other shrimp. I had put a bunch of different color ones in here when this was the only tank that was doing well after I had lamp oil on my hands and killed off 90% of my shrimp. So there's a couple random, I think there's orange really babies in here, and there might be a few yellow green ones in here. But the red ones that I have in here are awful pretty. There. And this is my Blue Dream tank. It's a Fluval 6.6 gallons, I want to say. We got this one at the thrift store. The DI is a local thrift store here for $10. And at Petco, I want to say they start at like $69.99 or something silly like that. So there's a pretty blue one, a little male. Somebody must have molted in here because the males are kind of bebopping around again. I watched one of my females release babies a couple days, 2 days ago, 3 days ago. But there are a lot of babies in this tank. There's a few hanging out up there in the plants. A couple more hanging out in the plants. My favorite big female is buried in here, and she should be having babies in another week or two. Is it this one? Nope, that one's got black markings on it. So that one will stay in this tank. Oh, she's back there on the filter. So once she releases her eggs, I will, oh, did she? She might have already done it. I can't see from here. Once she releases her eggs, I will put her in the tank with the cobalts for that project with breeding really bright blue shrimp with no dark markings. There are a couple little itty bitty teeny ones. There's one. Let's see. Let me zoom. I can see it when I'm not using my camera. I can't see it in the little screen though. Oh well. So there are just a couple day-old babies in here. And then a couple week-old babies, and then the older ones. There's one way back there. This is a very fun tank to watch. There's all kinds of stuff. Blue shrimps in there. Tall, the blue velvets are in here. I fed them last night, so I don't want to feed them again, but of course every single one of them is probably hiding now. I know I have a bunch of babies in here. Let's see if I can find anybody. Oh, there's a blue one hiding up in there in the plants. There's not a lot of them in here. There's a lot of babies. Oh, somebody's hanging out on the sponge back there. There's one. Ooh, the glare is terrible there. I really like this tank. And like I said, I got the purple waffle in here, but look at that. It's, so I can get in there without the glare. Little leaves are coming out the top. The roots haven't died off. The leaves that are back behind this piece of wood aren't rotting away. I know that plant next to it, I got that one at the same time from Petco. That's another one of those. I'm sure it's not a true aquatic plant. Somebody told me it wasn't, but until it starts to die and rot, we'll keep it. There's some baby shrimp on the sponge filter, all blue velvet babies. See if I can find anybody else. So there's like 6 or 7 of the blue velvets in here. I know one of them was buried the other day. There's a big female. She is full of eggs. Nobody's close enough for really to get a good picture of them. They're really, really pretty shrimp. I really like these. Can't see through the leaves. She's in there. This is a dirted tank too.